feel like one of those dwarves, you know? Like one I think that Snow White's did.
Well, I guess you're a cutter again, huh? Just like the rest of us?
I guess so.
Oh boy, everybody. It started off slow, but it got better. And Belgium-Japan was probably the better of the two matches, to be honest. Just because Mexico kind of put up a fight, but they didn't put up much. Brazil just slowly turned the crank, and eventually they pulled it out and won 2-0. And yeah. But on the bright side, Mexico lost, and we can laugh at them for having their curse again for, another 4 years. It's now been 7 World Cups since they've advanced past game 4. So next time it could be 8, could be 9, it could go on forever. They could just be stuck in this perpetual cycle of getting past the group stage only to go out. Ultimately, it's their fault for, not being as great, and also because they didn't get out of the group stage in first place. To play Switzerland, I believe, was the second place team instead, who are, going to be a little bit easier for them to play. Probably they would mimic more of a Germany side that they did beat, rather than the Brazil side, who obviously they didn't beat. They put up a decent enough fight, though, but again, ultimately, they didn't pull it out, and now we're looking at Brazil moving on. But the other game, so Belgium and Japan. We just finished that, and I have to say, in my terrible Japanese, just "Watashi wa Nihon ga daisuki desu." I love you, Japan. Is what I said in Japanese. I studied Japanese for 2 years in just college recently, and it's hard not to fall in love with the country that you study a language for, and the culture and all of that goes with it. Additionally, just the history of Japan gets me. So I was sort of early on in this game. It started off 0-0, and then I think I was taking a nap, basically, in between, from like the 20th minute until the Japan scored their first goal, and then I think I was woken up, and then they scored their second goal, and I was fully awake then, and I was super looking forward to. I was like, well, this is great for Japan, but crap, Japan are going to play Brazil, and that's going to be terrible because Brazil are going to advance, and I don't like Brazil. And as much as Japan were playing, they were playing phenomenally well against this Belgium team. But props to Belgium and Roberto Martinez. He put in the right subs, and I even said to myself, and I think maybe a little bit out loud, but I said that if it was like the 62nd minute, I said if Belgium were able to score before the 70th minute, then they would have a chance to tie it up. They scored in the 69th minute, then they scored in, I believe, the 75th minute or 74th minute, so my prophecy came true, and then they ended up winning with the most phenomenal counterattacking goal you're ever going to see. I'm going to link it in the description. They, in 12 seconds, I think, in 10 seconds, essentially, they went from one end with their goalkeeper passing it up, pass a lovely dummy by their star striker who left it for a teammate behind him to put the ball in the net. It was a phenomenal goal that will be probably that's probably Belgium at their best. The Belgium at the worst is probably Japan's second goal, where they really didn't shut down the I think it was Kagawa who put the ball in the net, but it was a lovely strike. I mean, this game had second half was definitely the half to watch. First half, not much because it was 0-0, but they had some good saves by Japan's goalkeeper. I'm sure you could probably look up the highlights and they'll put it on there. But I'm definitely going to link that counterattacking goal, because that was the difference with basically 20 seconds left in the game. Belgium went from one end of the field to the other, and they scored, and now they're going to go play Brazil. Hopefully they'll play Brazil better than they played Japan, because otherwise Brazil are going to be much more lethal. But if anybody is going to play Brazil and beat them, it's going to be Belgium. And the two teams on the other side of the quarterfinals that would play are also not too shabby at all, and could easily beat Brazil as well. Or not easily, but could have a chance to beat Brazil, which is all I want in life, to be honest, is just somebody to beat Brazil, and I'd prefer for France to also lose. So these are my biases and my dislike countries. Regardless, it was exciting, and tomorrow we have more. So tomorrow we've got Sweden versus Switzerland early on in the morning, the battle of the neutral nations, and I honestly, this one I feel like is going to be a slog fest of just two sides coming together and just fighting, because both of these teams are very compact, very organized, but they've also shown that they can be attack-minded and do some scoring. So we'll see. I think Switzerland are technically the higher-ranked team, but we'll see. But then the game to watch tomorrow is going to be Colombia, England, because whoever comes out of Colombia, England will have a very, very lovely shot at advancing into the finals, regardless, because they're probably one of the strongest teams left. Croatia would be the only opponent that would be dangerous to face. However, of course, Russia has shocked Spain, albeit they did it in a way that was fairly just hold out till penalties, and depending on how I guess fatigued or how long the Russia-Croatia game goes, you could see another 120-minute penalty shootout type game with that, which would just put more strain on the players, to where if the winner of the other side of it doesn't play as long, they're just going to have that much more rest, more time to play and all of that. So we'll just have to see how that all pans out. But yeah, that's tomorrow. I would definitely watch that Colombia-England game. That's going to be the top game that everybody's going to be watching. But Sweden and Switzerland might be interesting enough to watch as well. So if you're up and not doing anything like I am, might as well watch. So with that being said, I don't know. We'll just see you tomorrow then. Bye.